So I've already drew it, and it was about 20%. But
Hmm.
fear now, I now have to reduce it. So that is what me, because I know you have showed me before in Bitcoin, when you put it that it will have to drop to that the next order block. So that is how I used to, that is how I do follow it.
Hmm.
So you can see that I started the trade and see where I am. So I'm still waiting for it to fall and reach that price. At least let it fall and reach this price.
All right. So one thing first, right? I don't know. Okay, maybe for tonight, right? We'll just go with it like this. Maybe from the Royal Q app that you are
Or maybe
doing.
you can still open this coin in your trading view and see if what I'm saying is also aligning with what you say. At least we understand it better from both from Royal Q and trading view.
Yeah, sure, sure. So, okay. Now that even though from what you are seeing on your what's it called, your Royal Q, let's do the analysis from Royal
Mm,
Q as we are talking like this. Okay. Uh, Firstly,
okay.
this is even without doing any analysis on this coin right now, right? On this flock Q, this is
Mm,
4 hours time frame, and this 4 hours time frame, it's like this is not a deal trade. This is interim trade. Okay, so
okay.
it will take this coin, right, some time to come to this order block if you are trading 4 hours, to be realistic.
Okay.
If you want something that's
Okay.
going to print you money, there's one thing we call market structure and internal structure. When you are on the higher time frame, right, the structures
Mm,
that you see there, they might be forming to you and showing you the direction of the market. And if you are able to catch that trade from the higher time frame, rest assured that it will give you more money, it will give you more percentage if it goes in your direction. Because why? It will take that trade longer time, anyways, but then it will give you more money because that trade is going to take at least some time before it could execute. Unless if there is no maybe high impact news or something that is driving the coin, maybe there's a pump on that particular point, or there's news, something maybe we are trading crypto. There could be some infrastructure on the chain or on the project or something that is going to impact that coin. Maybe there are some hedge funds behind the coin and all of it, right? But then
okay.
once you go into even smaller time frame, you have more opportunity. There will be more setups, right? But then you have to zoom in, then draw the structure well. The same structure that you are seeing from the higher time frame, you are just using. Don't forget, there's one thing I told us when we were doing our analysis classes. I said if you want to do your analysis, you start from uh, the higher time frame to the lower time frame, your entry. There's an time frame where we dedicate for us to know the direction of the market. Where is the market? Is it in an uptrend, downtrend, or a ranging market, right? Or we can call it a ranging market or flat, any way you call it, right? Now, from the 4 hours time frame of this coin, you see that the coin is temporarily going downtrend, about to also pump upside, right? Even though if you go to the daily time frame now, also you will see the even better, clearer picture of what the coin is about to do. Now that you have this information, what you have to be doing now is to go to 1 hour time frame now to now look for your structure, to mark out your structure. After you are able to mark out your structure, then you should be looking for your entry now. So the next for your entry now, you want to meet some confluences. Those are the confluences that we made mention of your FVG, your liquidity, and all of it. And then you now know that okay, you should be able to also spot that okay, those market structure you drew, which one has broke structure, which one has been mitigated. If there is other block, consequence or other block that came before the newer one, which one uh is still valid or not, right? So then you can either enter from a 1 hour time frame or you can enter from an even lower time frame, maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes. So I think leader Josh network is bad. So I will share my own screen. But before I even share my own screen, we had people who typed 2 in the chat. And we have first leader Tomidio who typed 2. I would love leader Tomidio to unmute and tell me, please, do you have TradingView? Leader Tomidio. Among the people who typed the number 2, who among you have TradingView? Do you have anybody, please, quick? Do you have anybody who has TradingView? If not, I'll just. Okay. Since you don't have TradingView, I would recommend you download. Maybe for the next class, you will be able to share your TradingView with us, and then we use. Or you can just download it right now. I'll call on any other person that has. Nandem, please share your screen and show us your TradingView and pick any coin of your choice. Let's do a quick analysis. It could even be the normal coin that Josh made mention, Flocky. Let's do the analysis. Let's continue the analysis on Flocky. Okay, I have. Okay, let's go first with Nandem. All right, pick any coin of your choice or Flocky, 1000 Flocky. You can use the search box to search crypto. Use the add button. Use the add button. Now search 1000 Flocky. Okay, if you are using what's it called, Binance, you can pick Binance. If you are using Bybit, you can pick either of them and open. Now click on the box that is beneath. Yeah, this box here at your left right side, that box beneath after all. Okay, perfect. Now now you if you click, you see where you have your 1038, that number that's on the right side beneath. If you click gently on that side, there will be a letter that will be shown, A or L, and L. If you click gently close to those numbers, just press I got it. Click on I got it. Then click on this side. No, not there. Just click gently close to this number as close to you here. Yeah, click gently on it. Click gently. No, not expanding. Click gently. Okay, you see that letter A and L? Toggle on it. Okay, toggle on also the L. Okay, now try and pitch your screen to zoom in and zoom out of your screen. Okay, you see it. If you move your screen right now, just maybe you want to expand and stuff like that, you see it will be it will expand. Now you are on the daily time frame. Could you change where you have your Flocky down there? You click on the daily time frame now. Okay, now pick your 4 hours time frame down. You scroll to the downside. Okay, so now you have your 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours. Click on your 4 hours. You see, if you long press it, you could even favorite it. Click back on the 4 hours. Okay, go back to the 4 hours. Toggle the 4 hours. Press hold it. No. Just press and hold it. Okay, favorite it. Also, pick 1 hour. Do the same thing. No, pick 1 hour also. Favorite it. Okay, do the same thing with 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Scroll, 30 minutes, favorite, 15 minutes, favorite. Okay, now you can scroll back down. Okay, now we are on the 1 hour, but then now you can scroll with from this 1 hour and the 4 hours, you can scroll them now. You see, to be able to allow you to scroll from the 1 hour and all of it. If you just click on it and scroll a little bit. No, I mean, you see what I mean? Okay, now you can interchange between interface, right? So now go back to the 4 hours and then you come back to this number that's on your right and toggle and make your screen smaller. Toggle on it, pitch these numbers on your right. Yeah, pitch them together so your screen will then compress. Compress your screen a little bit from here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Please, you can unmute so that we can interact so I can know you can get me clearly. Can you hear me? You're not sharing your screen. You can go back to your, just minimize and go back to, okay. So now just toggle your those numbers now. The prices, you're right. Toggle them and like shrink your screen. Yeah, like this, the way you are doing it. Continue. Yeah, the way you are doing it. Continue. Continue.
Like this.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the way you are doing it, just like that. Okay. Continue again. Continue. Okay, now. Yeah. So now you see that if you look at this, if you now scroll from front to right, just change the screen the way it was. Do the way it was. No. Shrink the screen. Make it smaller, not bigger. You have to close, not like this.
Like this?
No, it's bigger now. You have to make it small.
Like this?
No, not like this. Leader Nandem.
Okay.
You have to make it smaller, like shrink it. If you ping your finger, you widen, you make it smaller. No. Okay, now make it smaller again. Make it smaller. Make it smaller. You are widening your screen. You are not making it smaller. All right. Stop sharing your screen. Let me show you practically what I'm saying before you start to share.
Okay.
Okay. Just stop sharing. So I'll show you practically what I'm saying. So I'll share my screen now. So but definitely I will show you guys and I will make sure each and every one are able to do the same procedure. So now I come to my trading view, right? I come to my trading view. You see my it's white, right? That's because when I came to the menu here, right? I come to the settings, I can put my team, right, to different mode, either dark mode or light mode. Okay, so it's better if you put it on light mode so that the screen will be better. So where I came, if you want to put your own on this light mode, you just have to click on the menu, then click on this button here, up here, and it will give you that interface. I think I stopped sharing my screen. Okay, let's go back to us quickly. So that's how you change your screen from. So now I come back to my watch list. Now, those are the coins that I have on my watch list because I put them on this list by just adding them. But then I should come to my chart now. So I come to my chart. What I was telling you practically before is that if you want to shrink your screen, you hold your screen, you put your two fingers here, you either make it wider or smaller by just toggling your finger up and down. It will do the same thing like this. But you kept on widening it like this. Can you hear me, Leader Tony? So what you have to do is just pinch your finger so that you can be able to see what you are doing. That's what I was telling you. Like, so now I'll search 1000 Flocky. And I'll pick an exchanger. Let's use Binance. So now I have so for you to view your screen very well, you want to just either use two finger or one finger to toggle around these numbers here at your right, by your right. Okay, this here you want to toggle, and it will make you. Then you can also use your two fingers on your phone to shrink your screen together, and then you use this to toggle so that you can see your screen very well what you are doing. Okay, so now I'll go to the highest time frame, your daily time frame, and I want to also toggle because what I want to see the daily time frame because the chart now will be showing me more information, but since it won't be able to compress to my screen, this is why it's good when you are doing analysis so that you can see what you are doing. You want to do it from a laptop if you have laptop or a tablet, right? But then if you don't have any of this that we made mention, you can still use your phone, right? So that's why I'm using my phone right now to do analysis. I'm not with my laptop. So from here, right, you can see that this coin is in an uptrend, but at a certain point, it's going downtrend, right, from the daily time frame. And the first thing you want to do from a higher time frame is define the structure to be able to know what is the market currently doing, right? So now we are in a daily time frame. I want to pick my part 2, which is this, right? So now I'm coming. So I would want to do my analysis from this side, right, to the other side. So I'll pick my part 2. I'll start the drawing from here, and I click on it. The market got high to this extent, then made a pullback, went upside, then pullback, then went up, didn't come to this high, but created a lower high, then pullback, created a lower high again, pullback, created a higher high this time, higher than this one, then pullback, then created a lower high, and pullback again, created an even lower high, and you can see we are following this market structure now, and it's doing something like this. You can see the market continue to go. It has started this downtrend now. So you can see this market continues like this, and in this higher time frame, the daily time frame, we just want to determine the market structure. We want to determine the direction of the market. So to make everything quick, so now if I pick my part 2 again, since my screen is not that wide, you can see this market is creating this low and creating lower low and lower highs. And in fact, we can see that this market in a higher time frame is in a downtrend right now. Then again, it has changed character because why? This lower high now has been broken with a new higher high. And there's something like this. There's something like this. And there's something like this. Right, to this area.
Mais les hommes sont sincères. Même dans tout ce qu'on fait là, je t'explique. Moi, puis j'ai dit, on peut avoir des histoires.
We have this situation right now.
Mais demain, on se salue. Tranquille. Mais avec la femme là, elle peut vivre avec toi. Vous êtes là, vous faites tout ensemble. Mais elle est petit fou pas son
It's very complicated when you are doing analysis on your phone because the screen is smaller. So you won't get like a perfect screen to do the analysis, but it's still okay. So now we know that currently the market was in a downtrend, but now it's going uptrend. Okay. And I hope you all can hear me, right? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
Okay. So now the next thing I want to do now is go to even a lower time frame to be able to. So now I want to widen my screen, so I won't have to do all those analysis. The only place that I will be concerned about now is this area here, almost the last phase of the market. So now I might just do my analysis from this area, this and this other phase here, this other leg, this leg and this leg. And more important on the recent market situation. Okay, so now we've had this uptrend to this side, and then market starts to pull back now. So doing this actually, so now we have this leg now to analyze, because market did this, and then if you check where now, right? You check very well. Market did this move upside, and now we have this move to the downside. So now I'm in 4 hours and I can see that the market is moving in a downtrend, but then at a point it broke this downtrend and it's trying to go upside, right? So now I'll delete here and I'll even go to an even smaller time frame to be able to know the structure of the market currently. So I'll go to 1 hour. We'll have an even more proper analysis when I'm with my laptop, but just to let you know that you can use your phone to do analysis perfectly. So now I'm in an hour time frame, and from here I can see what the market is currently doing, because we were having a downtrend and then suddenly this market starts to move. So now I just want to analyze this phase of the market. Now I want to analyze just this phase of market, only this leg that I'm interested in now. So if I'm able to analyze just this phase, I'll be able to know the current situation of the market and know the direction of the market. So if I go, since I'm on my hourly time frame now, I should be analyzing this current trend. So now for me to do that, I will expand on this and then mark out my structures. Structural. So I mark out my structure on this leg. So first thing first, I'll pick my path through, and then I mark from this area. We could say there was just a little tiny pullback. I'll mark this area instead, and then market this something like this. Then you can see it came here, did a little bit of pullback, and then you can see this drive to the upside. Then there was a pullback. Then there is this up move. And if you notice something here now, right? If I zoom way in here, now, if I zoom in, you see that there was a pullback, but this pullback here now, right, did not take the recent high of the market. There's this high here, right? But this high here that created now didn't break this one. So this is telling us something has definitely changed in the market. This here is indicating for us that this uptrend now is about to change, right? Even though the last structure that we had that broke is down here, okay? Because why? When the market made an up move, when the market make an up move from here to this area and then pull back to this area, this is why it broke the structure. It broke this high from here. And since then, when it broke the structure, there hasn't been a proper pullback. So look at now, we know that, okay, this leg now is very important because why? There was an OB here. The market came with the pullback after it took the OB, which this will be our last candle that the market created before the up move, right? So you can see we have our order block here, right? And if I zoom in very well from here, you will see our imbalance here because why? Look at these three candles, the last three candles, right? After market broke this structure, we said whenever market broke structure, there's an up move and a pullback leg, right? Pullback leg, which is this pullback leg here. This is the pullback. This is the up move. This is the pullback. This is the break of structure. When market broke this high that was here. So there was this break of structure. And within it, you have to come and look at the last candle. And the last candle will be here. Which is what so that you don't get anything mixed up. So let me explain again. So I said here, practically what you want to look for. So I just pick an empty stuff here. Market will do something like this. Upside. Up. Pull back. Then it's broke structures. Do something like this again. Break structure to the upside. So now you are expecting, if you now stop this trend here now and say, okay, since it has broke structure from here, this pullback leg now will come exactly into another block to pick order so that it can break another structure upside. So now, since you are expecting that, this next leg now, which is this pullback, you should be expecting what? A pullback you should be expecting a pullback from here. if there's an uptrend, there will definitely be what? A pullback, which is very natural in the market. Then it will also come to an order block that will be in this area. Okay, that's exactly what we are looking for right now. And I want to believe that we all understand up to this area. The same thing we are doing on our chart. Please, if you understand, please type the number 1 in your chat box so you can see clearly that's the same thing we are doing here. So now, whenever there's an uptrend, right, we have a recent high. If market is going in an uptrend, you know that high will be broken, right? Now we had the uptrend that was broken. We mark out the structure. The next thing you want to look for is your order block where you can take an entry. And for you to take an entry, you want to identify first your order block. Your order block is where the banks, the institutions are keeping their orders, right? Which is the order flow. I just explained order flow for you just now. So now is the order flow is the process in which price make movement and retracements to pick institutional order flow, to pick institutional orders that are left behind, orders that are splitted into various liquidity zones. Okay, so now if you look clearly, there's this one, 2 and 3 candles. I hope you are seeing the 3 candles that I'm making mention of. Please, can anybody unmute and tell me they are seeing the 3 candles I'm showing them? I want you to see it clearly. So I've drawn my structure. Okay, I've drawn my structure. But there's this one. There's this one candle. And there's this 2 candle. Number 2. This green one. And there is this 3rd candle here. This one, this red one. I hope you can all see clearly now, right? So we have these 3 candles, right? And the reason why I'm showing you these 3 candles is because we need them. This is my order block. But then, where is the imbalance in price? Where do I know that the institutions are showing the candle? Look at how big this candle is, this middle one. My institutional candle will build this order block here, right? This first one. And this is my first one. This is my first candle here. The one I'm interested in, which is my order block. This one. And the next candle here is where I want to know that will be giving me confirmation that it's the institutions that join the market. Because why? It's an Marabusu candle. And it has a gap. Okay? And my imbalance is, I'll measure it from the head of this candle. From the head of this candle to the tail of this other candle. And you can see clearly there is a gap. And you'll be asking me, where is this gap that I'm talking about? Look at, if I pick this arrow now, and I pick from here to here, you can see there is a gap. And this now will be my imbalance. Please, can anyone confirm for me that you are understanding what I'm saying? Please, can anybody confirm to me that they understand what I'm saying? George, are you there? Any of the leaders there? Please, can anybody understand what I'm saying before we even move ahead?
Yeah, please, if you can just come again, please.
Okay. So for we to spot our order block, right? We have to have something like this. Market moving in an uptrend. moving upside, and then there's a pullback, then upside, then pullback, then upside, like this, right? Okay, now we know that if we check like this, there's this break of structure here. Why do we call it a break of structure? We call it a break of structure because this was our recent high. This was our recent high. It was broken when there was this pullback. When there was this pullback like this, right? This is the pullback. Then it broke this high. This high here broke it and created a new high like this. Then this is our new high now. This is our new high. This is our new high. Then we have this new high. Since we know that this market is an uptrend, what are we expecting? We are expecting a pullback. If market did this move now, if this market have this move now, there's this uptrend now. What should we be expecting? A pullback. So the pullback now should come into an order block. So in this leg here, this uptrend here, you want to spot your order block. How can you spot your order block in this leg? How can you spot your order block here? You want to look for the institutional candle, and for you to be able to spot your institutional candle, if it's in an uptrend, it's the last down candle, last bearish candle, bearish candle, which is the red candle, right? The last bearish candle. That will be your order block, right? So now let's imagine now that your order block was here, right? It's the last down candle. It's always the last down candle, right? And that is where you are expecting price to now pull back to before it continues the up move. Okay, so that is what I was explaining to you here. So now I'll delete this. I just use this now as an illustration, but you have to be able to spot it on a real chart. You have to be able to spot it on a real chart. If not, what we are doing doesn't have any sense. Okay, so if you're able to spot it on a real chart, that's the main deal. So now if I string back my screen now and show you, okay, now we have this structure, the same thing, you see, right? So now the thing I want to spot now is my institutional candle. And if you see, this was the last down candle before market move really bullish. Because why? There was an up move, right? There's an up move like this. You know, before market created all this high, yeah, there was an up move from here, from this downside to this side, right? To this up. It created this high. Then what it did? Then what happened after it got to this high? It pulled back all the way to this candle here before it's skyrocketed, right? So now, what I just want to show you now is that if once there's this pullback, once you spot this candle here, right, the last candle, you draw something like this with your box to the body, and then you also find your confluence. Your confluence now will be the last down candle and the first. This now will be the second candle where you are looking for your confluence, your imbalance, right, in price, where there's a gap in price. So your gap now will be from the body of that last down candle and the second and the third. So now the gap that I'm talking about now will be this. So it will be the body, the tip of this first candle, which is your institutional candle, to the tip of the third candle. And if you check very well, there's a space between these three candles. Please, this place is very important. Just tell me if you understand. It's very important that you understand this very process. Please, are we following? Do we understand? Anybody, please?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
You understand? So now, if there's this pullback, the next thing I marked out my structure now. The next thing I want to look for is my institutional candle, and my institutional candle is the last down candle before market move upside. And this last down candle now, as soon as I'm able to spot it, which is here, I'll mark it all out with a box, right? And then for me to confirm that this is the institutional candle, I will see that there's a gap. The next candle the market will print will be very big, and there will be a gap. That gap now, and then mark it out is my imbalance or fair value gap, FVG or IMB. In this case, this candle is very big, and the space within this first candle and the third candle, the tip of the last down candle, if the space is wide, I will know that there was a drive in market liquidity. There was a lot of money. All those whales, they put in a lot of money in here. In fact, if you look at this candle also here, there's another imbalance here. Even though after the market created this small imbalance here, there was still another imbalance here. Look how big it is. Okay. If we went to 5 minutes candle now, there will be a pullback here definitely. But then you can't see it. But from here, you can see clearly that there's imbalance here in price. Because why? There are a lot of millions and billions of dollars that can do something like this in the market. Okay? They are manipulating the price. They are the one pumping it. They want to push it to anywhere, and they take out liquidities. Okay? So now it's very essential that you are able to spot these things. Once you are able to spot it, the next thing you're able to spot that, okay, you now place your buy from that order block. But now the analysis we are doing now, okay, since there's this break of structure, what we should be looking for now is a pullback, right? And we see that after this market did all this move to the upside, right? It hasn't broken this structure downside, right? For what Leader George was asking me. Since this market created this upside, and then it had this structure down here, this structure here now, we don't consider it anymore because it has been mitigated. Why will I say another block has been mitigated? Because market already has came to this other block here. That's why it had the market upside. So now, it created this new high, right? And the next move now is unable to break this structure. There's a pullback, but this pullback now, right? See, once market created this high here, right? This high, this new high here, then it made this pullback here. It made this pullback here, and then there's this uptrend. There's this uptrend, but it didn't come to break this one. So now this market is currently in a downtrend. It's waiting to take order. So there's this pullback. In reality, it created this pullback and there was this up move. But then there was an order block here. There was another block here. Market made a pullback to it. And if you check now, what happened here? What did it do? This now was unable to come up to this extent. It pulled back and then it broke the structure, which means this order block is invalid. It invalidated it because why? Market is still going to drive downward because why now? It broke this order block, which means we have a change of character. Which means we have a change of character. right? So now this market is not in an uptrend. The trend has changed. This is why I know now, as an analyst, that this market is no longer in an uptrend direction. We should be looking for a sell opportunity. Okay. So now, and I sent an analysis of this coin to Leader George. I checked from here, this area. I checked this area. There's no valid order block here. So here now, since there is no valid order block, and I see what price did here, right? If I zoom in, you see there's no valid order block. Because why? Even though I picked my part 2 and I draw it from this one to here, you will see that there was a pullback, and the pullback that was here, it came to this last green candle, invalidated it, which is telling me that here is not a valid order block. This is liquidity. This is what we refer to as liquidity. Because why? Price was trying really hard to come and take that upside, but it's unable to do that. So there's higher possibility that the price will come to this last up candle, and I'll give you the reason. To come to this last up candle, that's a doji here, and then we have an imbalance in price because who are institutions, they joined the market again, and it created this fair value gap. Look at, if I show you now, you see we have what? This 1, 2, 3 candle. Between the 3 candle, what do you see here? A gap, FVG, fair value gap, which means this order block is valid. So high possibility price will come upside, come to this block, pick order, and continue downward, because why? This market is already in a downtrend, and it will ride it down. It will ride it down to the next down level, which might possibly be around here, our recent low here. And that will be the end of this class, so that we don't go too far. So now, possibility on this coin now is that it will ride upside here. It will ride from here. Now, this was likely to happen. Come here to this order block, take it, and then come and break this structure again, and then probably like this. You understand? And come downside. So this market is in a downtrend, and there's this order block. So is there any question? I'll just answer and then we'll end the class. And I'm hoping that we understand, even though we're unable to allow many people to draw analysis. So I would want you all to go practice this before maybe the next class. We'll be able to then call each and every one of us to really do the analysis. So do we understand? If you understood anything, type 1. If you have any question, ask before we end the class. I'm glad you did. I'm really glad. And you can see how interesting this class tonight was. To any extent, it was okay. Okay. I'm glad a lot of us. Do you use SMC indicator? Yeah, SMC indicator, I use them, but then it doesn't really define my. I do my thing, then I cross check with those indicators at times. Yeah. I use them at times to simplify. But it's very important that you know how to do them manually. Just looking at the chart, you'll be able to spot easily. Okay. You say sometimes the analysis are sometimes confusing. I understand. Maybe by the next class, if you prepare and bring your notes, we could expand more on that, and then you tell me where you are getting it wrong, so we can do more. We can shed more light on it. But the time now is really strict. I would have been able to do that. But I don't think I have any analysis on BTC. I will be doing that very early tomorrow morning. But if you shoot me a DM by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, I don't know. Probably maybe later. If I do any analysis on BTC, because it's one of my major pairs that I trade. So I might give you an analysis on that. But tonight I'm not sure. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. So if there's no other question, we'll just call it a day, because really, I'm really exhausted today, but I had to come to this class because, I love everyone here. I wouldn't want to keep anyone hanging. So, all right, there's no other question.
Thank you so much. You are really trying.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I came back from work not long ago, so I said, okay, let me just rush and do the stuff, and then yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. See you in our classes up next. Thank you, guys. Good night. Good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Welcome.
Good night.